What is compassion? So compassion is an interesting word that is commonly used, though very few seem to understand it. A lot of people want to understand it, and there's a lot of different definitions out there. But there's definitely a definition that I've used that has been incredibly successful in changing and transforming how I see other people and helps me with my interpersonal relationships. So the purpose of this video is to explain compassion in simple terms so that anyone watching can use it. Who am I? That's me. My name is Kath, and I'm a spiritual counselor and energy worker. I studied meditation for over 12 years and cured myself of major depressive disorder with meditation at the age of 19. I've worked in mental health for about that same amount of time, and one of my favorite and most rewarding jobs I ever had was as a crisis counselor to hundreds of homeless and close to homeless individuals with a wide range of mental health disorders like schizophrenia, PTSD, bipolar disorder, psychotic episodes, anxiety, and depression. So there seems to be a lot of misconceptions about compassion. I think the first one, the simplest one, and it's partly true, is that compassion is just being kind, and definitely seeing someone suffering and assisting them is a very compassionate thing to do. The other misconception, though I think there's more. I think there's more to do with being compassionate than just being kind. And the other misconception is about being a doormat. When you kind of imagine someone being compassionate, you kind of can imagine someone maybe with their head down and they can't speak up for themselves. Maybe they allow too much and they get other people to walk all over you. And there's just no power. They have no power. They have no self-esteem. So that's one that I see about compassion. So the definition I have about compassion that was given to me by my meditation teacher, Bhante Vimala Ramsey, is that compassion is seeing someone as they are and loving them anyway. I'll say that again. Compassion is seeing someone just as they are and loving them anyway. I'm going to go through some examples of what that means in real life. The first is being compassionate towards someone who's upset you, for example. So I want you to just imagine someone in your life who you're upset with, that maybe wronged you or that you're angry with, or who hurt you. It could be a coworker or a relative or even a spouse. And just bring them up in your mind and just imagine them in your mind and the situation that made you upset. There for a minute. So now that you have that in your mind and you can just kind of feel the feelings that it's coming up with, I want you to just start with choosing to see the person just as they are, okay? And all their craziness, all their crazy glory, all of their ups and downs, the ways that they've hurt you, their harmful behavior, whatever it may be. And now I want you to see them as they are, and now I want you to love them. So I want you to just think really positive thoughts. Think of what positive things there are about them. I want you to kind of feel, a warm feeling in the center of your chest, and just kind of radiate that out towards them, and just love them. Just feel good feelings towards them. Be happy with them, and I just do that, just very simply as an exercise. And I want you to notice as you're doing this that in the situation that you used to feel harmed by, you're now the one in control. Because you've made that choice and you've decided not only to see them and accept them as they are, but also to love them, to actively love them, you have the power in the situation. You've taken kind of a mental step back, and now you're the one in control. So this person is separate from you now because you've created that, you instigated that thought and those feelings on your own. So amazingly, being compassionate in this sense, you're not the doormat at all. You're the powerful one because you're able to slow your mind down and love them, and therefore you're not entangled in the situation that you were in before. So this really exciting byproduct of being compassionate And that is this great insight that you have towards the people in your life. So you can see and allow people to be who they are from an objective point of view. You're able to kind of step back and see them. And when you're accepting them and kind of loving them, the more you do it and the deeper you do it, the more you'll be able to see these people as complex beings that have a history, that have their own feelings, their own thoughts, and their own crazy messes, and you'll be able to have some insight into maybe why they did what they did. So maybe they were harmful to you or angry at you because they had a bad day. Maybe they were under a lot of stress. And even deeper, maybe they had a bad life. Maybe they were not treated well when they were a child. Maybe there was some abuse. You never really know what's going on inside another person. But being compassionate gives you insight and also removes you and keeps you powerful in that situation. So another example of being compassionate is, for example, feeding people out of suitcase. This is a compassionate act because you're seeing people as they are and nourishing their physical bodies without trying to change who they are. Okay, so even if you feel sad or hurt or upset that they choose to live the life that they do, or that the system that they live in is not allowing them a better life, you're still accepting the situation as it is, and you're loving who they are. So you might be asking yourself with this, what is love? What is a loving act? You have talked about nourishing their bodies, about sending love from your heart, about thinking positive things about them, bringing up their positive qualities. But I will go much deeper into that into the next video, so watch out for that. So there's a couple things that you can do to bring more compassion into your life and to really own it and hold it as something that is a tool for you whenever you're having a difficult time. So, and it's also not just for when you're upset, but just for any time when you're just feeling maybe down. You can do it for yourself as well. So some action steps are: try one time a day each of this week. So this week, every single day, I want you to take a moment when you're thinking about another person, whether either you're in a situation with someone that you're upset with or thinking about it. And I want you just to stop and choose to accept that person as they are and then love them anyway. And it doesn't matter if they get really weirded out by the fact that you just closed your mouth and weren't saying anything, because all that matters is what's going on inside your own brain and your own body. So I just want you to try that once each day this week. And then the second action step is to do one intentional compassion act for someone that you don't know. So doing something, you could think of it as a random act of kindness, but it could be even better and bigger if you choose someone or something that you have some angst over, that you may be upset about, or that you have some difficulty with, and accept how they are and who they are and act loving towards them. Okay? So when you've completed those, or if you have any questions, or if you just want to tell me your stories, I'd love to hear from you. My email is ehkhealing@gmail.com, and I'd really love to hear how it went. So thank you so much. And if you want some more information, I have two websites: feelhappyeveryday.com and, again, of course, EHK Healing, where I do my healing work from. If you want to write to me about anything, please do come visit me on our next video. Take care.